Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Million Dollar SIP. In this video, I'll talk about why stock prices jumped higher at the opening bell and how Tesla shocked the Wall Street with high voltage rally, and then day 25 update where I show how I outperformed TQQQ by 23.5% using my hybrid SIP strategy. Primary reason for market's upward gap was shift in sentiment regarding President Donald Trump's tariff policies. Till last week, uncertainty over aggressive tariff implementations had weighed heavily on markets, but possibility of a softer approach which potentially might lead to avoiding full-scale trade war boosted investor confidence. This news hit like a shot of adrenaline, and Tesla, Meta, and Nvidia were the first to feel pulse. Pre-market, Tesla was up 3.6%, and within a hour of market opening, it went up by 10%. This was a lifeline after a brutal decline of 54% since December 2024. Tariff relief was a godsend for electric vehicle maker whose supply chain stretched across continents. Word also spread of breakthrough in China that Tesla was nearing a deal to launch budget-friendly Model Y variant. Combination of policy relief and a potential sales boost in world's largest EV market sent traders piling into stock, pushing from 249 to 278 by the end of the day. Now, let's move on to where I am on my journey of growing portfolio from $0 to $1 million in 10 years. Today is day 25, and I'll take you through my investment decision, trade execution, and performance update. As always, I started my day by checking whether the opening price and closing price of the previous day's candle were above or below the 12 EMA to determine my daily investment limit. Since both were below the 12 EMA, my strategy classifies TQQQ as being in a downtrend, meaning my investment limit remains $200 to $250. Next, I switched to the 5 minutes time frame to identify the right entry point. TQQQ opened above the 12 EMA, so as per my strategy, I waited for it to dip below and then cross back above before taking an entry. At 11:25 Central Time, the price dropped below the 12 EMA, and at 12:30 it crossed back above with a clear confirmation signal. This was my entry point where I bought 4 units at $65.78, investing $263. I previously mentioned that my downtrend investment limit is $200 to $250, but today my investment slightly exceeded this limit. This is because my brokerage account does not allow fractional unit purchases, and buying 3 units would have resulted in an investment below my set range. Since my strategy focuses on accumulating more units in a downtrend, I opted for 4 units instead. If you're following this strategy and your brokerage allows fractional units, adjust your purchases accordingly to stay within your personal investment limit while sticking to the strategy's core principles. Today, TQQQ opened with a gap up by 4.57%. We already discussed what contributed to this in the beginning of the video, and at the end of the day, it closed at 66.13, up by 6.35%. Finally, after 5 weeks of continuous fall, price finally opened and closed about 12 EMA, breaking the zone, signaling uptrend unless there's some major news. Now, let's take a look at portfolio performance. So far, my total investment stands at $5,617 with the latest TQQQ price closing at $66.13. This brings the market value of my holdings to $5,423. My average cost per unit is currently 68.5, meaning I am sitting on a net loss of $194, which translates to a 3.5% decline. Since I started this investment journey, TQQQ has dropped by 27%, but my portfolio by only 3.5%. This means I have successfully outperformed TQQQ by 23.5% so far. This demonstrates the effectiveness of my hybrid SIP strategy, which helps mitigate downside risk while allowing me to accumulate more units at lower prices. By following my structured approach, I continue to reduce my average cost while staying ahead of TQQ's overall decline. So that wraps up day 25 of my investment journey. I'll continue sharing daily updates, and at the end of each week, I'll post a weekly performance summary to analyze my overall progress. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along to see how this journey unfolds. See you in the next video.